Beautiful, beautiful. That is sensational. Look at this beef. Oh, look at that. Hi everyone, welcome to Backyard Chef. I'm Rick. Today, Chinese pepper steak and onions. Delicious. On here, I have topside beef. Okay, now topside is a fairly lean cut. If you stir fry it, it goes quite tough. We are going to velvet this beef. Straightforward, baking soda and water on there. Nice and steady. Okay, it's a quick recipe. We velvet the beef, we rinse it, we marinate it 10 minutes, and then we crack on. So there you go, there's our beef. I've already sliced it up, and as you can see, it's still defrosting. It was frozen and I've sliced through. Now to velvet the beef, it's very straightforward. I've got just over half a kilo there, or thereabouts, just about half a kilo. We want in here about a teaspoon of baking soda, not baking powder, baking soda. And we're going to put in, now normally you would do 1 for 1. We would put in about a tablespoon of water. I'm going to go just a little bit more. And it's a mix up. Just bring that in there like that. Our meat then. We're going to take our meat and we're going to chuck it in this bowl. Just like this. It's still defrosting, look, as you can see, but not to worry. It's nearly defrosted. Now we are going in there with our baking soda water solution. And we're going to give that a little one of these. Get that on that beef. So that's all over that beef. Look, we leave that 20 minutes. So you can see I've already started to chop up the veg. Right, we are going for some quite big slices. We actually want to see the veg in here. So it's nice and straightforward. All we're going to do is some fairly large slices. And we're going into a bowl. Now I want slices of pepper for this. But you know, you can chop it any which way you want, you know. If you want little cubes, have little cubes. Our onion, we actually want the same. We want some slices. So we cut down. Come on. Now with this, just try and open them up a little bit if you can. Split the segments. It's just easier when we stir fry. You know, you can bash them all around in the pan and they will undo anyway. But if we just get that little bit of work done now, it saves us time messing around. So let's get on there with some garlic. Now for this one, I don't want minced up garlic. I actually want chunks of garlic in there. Little chunks. But you know, that's up to you. So we got a little bit of ginger there, look. We're going to do the same with this. I'm going to put that in with the garlic. So we might as well crack on with some sauce. I'm going to go in there with about 4 tablespoons of soy sauce. 1, it's about 4. A little bit of oyster sauce. A little bit of rice vinegar. A good tablespoon of hoisin sauce. In there. Want some sugar. So in there with some water. Give it a good mix. And that is our wonderful sauce prepped. All we're going to do is put a little bit of a cornstarch slurry together. 1 tablespoon cornstarch, 2 tablespoons water, and we're going to just add that to thicken it when we cook. There you go, we're really prepped up. All we're doing is waiting for this meat. It's got about another 10 minutes, and all we'll do is give it a rinse, pat it dry, and marinate it for 10. Okay, we need to be giving this a rinse. We don't want all that baking soda on there. Now I'm using bottled water, obviously, as we're filming here. So we want to give that a rinse. We want that off there, and we want to drain this and pat it dry with kitchen towel. Okay, take a bowl and back in there with your meat. So we want to be going in there with about a tablespoon of soy sauce, a little bit of sesame oil, about a teaspoon. Just going to give that a little bringing in. Make sure we coat it all up, and we're going to go in there with about a tablespoon of corn flour or corn starch, whatever you know it by. Give it a mix up. Now you can add a bit of pepper to this if you want, Shosin wine. You can do anything, but that's a good basic marinade in there. We leave that 10 minutes and we're ready to cook. Okay, straightforward, bit of oil in there. We're going to fry our beef. I'm going in there with some oil, and I'm actually going in with a splash of sesame oil. Give it that right nutty Chinese flavour, you know. On with a flame, heat up your oil. So it's pretty straightforward. We're going in there with our beef. All we're going to do is just chuck it about a bit in there, get some colour around it, and we're going to take it out. Now don't panic if it just goes grey like that. That's the cornstarch, corn flour. It's a quick cook on there, and it doesn't matter if you don't brown it all up. You know, it's going to go back in again. Just the bits of browning on there just make it look an awful lot better when we serve up. Okay, we want that out of there. And all the oil, it'll drop through there, look. Little bit of oil. Now, it's a straightforward one. In there, garlic, ginger. Now, let's not burn it. In there, our peppers. Let's have a little one of those on there. I'm just going to make up a cornstarch slurry. Tablespoon of cornstarch in there. We're just going to go in with a little bit of water. Give it a little stir up. And that's our slurry. Oh, we got a bit of cooking going on there, look. In there, onions. Oh, there's some lovely, lovely colour going on there. Back in there with that beef. Now we're going to go in there with all our sauce. Nice and straightforward. That's going to get warm pretty quickly. And then we'll add a little bit of a slurry to thicken it up. So we've got this sauce going on in the bottom of there, look. Time to thicken. Now I don't want a really thick sauce, so I'm going to have to be a bit careful here. I don't want it to thicken up too much. Now the more corn flour you put in, or the more corn flour slurry you put in, and how higher you have the heat, it thickens. Now that's good enough for me. I want that fluid, that's flame off, and we want to serve up. On there, rice. Give it a little one of those. Oh, come on, the beef. Beautiful, beautiful. That is sensational. Look at this beef. Oh, look at that. Absolutely fabulous. We have a fantastic beef flavour through there. That sauce is delicious. We got crunchy veg. We got a fantastic stir fry. That is off the charts. That is fantastic. Well, there you go. That is a straightforward beef and onions. Actually, we got peppers. Probably got more peppers than we got onions, actually, if you like what we're doing. Don't forget, share with your friends. Share. Tell them how easy it is to make a good takeaway restaurant meal at home. If you do like what we're doing, a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, ring that bell, and we'll catch you in the next video. Oh yeah. Oh, I can't get enough of this. It's absolutely delicious.